Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
So before moving further, let me give you my view about ITC. I think this view was shared by me 1 year ago, and the ITC, you can see it was trading at 193, and I mean, I told that next year this can be one of the best stock of the year, and indeed it proved it right, because from 193, if you see the current price of ITC, it is around 340 plus. And what was the rationale behind this? So if you see the monthly chart, it was trading at this position that time, and I mean, there was a good amount of volume build up in this stock. So and the momentum was very high, and at this point I was able to predict that this can be a very good stock to enter. So this is how, this is not hindsight, but how at, I mean, at while this is forming, I predicted this. So what the point I am trying to prove is that this even simple tools like volume analysis, price action can help you to enter such trades. So let us start now today's topic, that is pullback trading. And before that, we have to discuss some I mean, we have to understand some concepts like what is a major support and what is a major resistance. So let us start. So now when price is moving and continuously facing resistance from a point, so if this is more than once, I mean, faces resistance from a point like 1, 2, 3. So this is more than once. So such points are known as a major support or major resistance. Like if this is a major resistance in this case, and in if support, in case of support, it will be a reverse of this. Like multiple times price is finding support, so this is a major support. Major resistance and major support. So now for a pullback, we will find a similar major resistance. Once this major resistance is broken on the upside, there will be a demand zone. To break this major resistance, there will be a demand zone that is created, and this demand zone, when tested again, this is the entry of your pullback. So let me repeat it again. There is a major resistance, and multiple times this has faced rejections. So once this is gone, it means there is some powerful demand that was created, that's why it got broken. So now whenever price in future retraces back to this zone, you will enter for a pullback entry. And we will see some cases in this, and we will understand how exactly this works. Let us apply all this on ITC. So for this, I have chosen weekly time frame, and you can apply actually this on any time frame, but because on weekly I will get easy entries, so let me show you how this will take place. And in fact, I have already, I mean, made a video on my video YouTube, so I am just trying to explain that same concept. So now let us clear all this. So as per the definition of major SR, now if you go to the daily chart, you can see that this point, if I draw a line, am I audible? Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So now if you see this point, this is a major no, first time it was only a minor, because there was no, this is the first time. But when price again goes to this point, it became second time rejection, and now in fact you see third time price came and it again faced some rejection. So this is a definition of major resistance. So when this price, now if you see after few attempts, this price was broken. So now this is the definition of major resistance, and price is above that. So now first thing we have to do is mark the demand zone. So now this is the, I think, second video back to back for demand zone, and in the first video I have discussed how to draw demand zone, so I won't be wasting my time as of now. But if you don't know, so you can go to that first video of this, previous video of we conducted back to back sessions, so you can know where how to mark this zone. So for this, let us know, take that you all people know how to draw these zones. So now you draw the demand zone, and the reason is that now I'm expecting a pullback, because if you go to the weekly chart, although the major resistance, because three times this region was rejected and now it has broken, but if you go to the weekly chart, you can see that this price is very near to a higher time frame supply zone. So if so this is a zone. So I'm not comfortable in taking the entry at this, because now the reward is very less, because it can face rejection from this zone, and I want a zone from which there is some demand. That's why there will be a pullback. Now many times people ask when we should wait for a pullback, and when should we directly trade the breakout. So pullback happens when there is a higher supply, at the point of breakout. If you see there is a, so definitely you should wait for a pullback. Is this clear? Am I audible also?
Yes.
Okay. So now let us forward this. So you can see from this supply zone, again, this has not actually touched as of now. So now you see the supply is tested, and you see some big volume going in that direction, because this is an expected behavior, as this is a supply zone. And now you have to wait for this price to reach this zone. So let us forward this. Now at this moment, many times people are compelled that this will not grow down, and we should enter the trade. And so they do the mistake of, and they don't have the patience, and they enter all at this near to the supply zone. But we should always wait for an entry near the demand zone. And so what is the this, maybe they don't get an entry and this will again go up, but you will always be you should always take the entry where the risk reward is good. And I will, in the coming session, I will also discuss what is the risk for this. Now suppose if you take the if you take the trade on this candle, breakout candle, so the risk for this is this much, right? From this to this is the risk, and the stop loss will be below this swing low. But for this also, the stop loss is this. So see how much you have reduced the stop loss, because now you are taking the trade on the demand zone. So same stop loss, but target, now see the target for this is, if you see, this is a double bottom pattern, and target is near 240. So now same from this zone also, 160 zone, the target is 240. But now see, the risk is also reduced, the profit is also increased. So see the benefit of pullback trading and breakout trading. Breakout trading, this is near 200 and reward is 40 points. And now see, for a pullback trading, 80 points is the reward, and risk is also, now see, let us calculate the risk. Risk is also 10-20 points only. But for breakout trading, the risk was around 40 points. So 1:1 is for breakout trading, and for pullback trading, it's 1:4 all. You're risking only one portion and you're making four. So see the risk and reward, how reward significantly increase in case of pullback trading. So let me again, now let us see how this so if you see the price eventually will fall to our price action is mostly you have to wait for your entry. And see, now this this has reached your demand zone, but mostly some people take aggressive entries on demand zone, but I mostly now, since you are beginners, I will ask you to make a trend line at this line and wait for this trend line breakout. So now this is not a proper breakout, so I now you should extend this. Like this, you have to keep on updating the trend lines. Okay, and this, so keep on updating the trend line. So this is how you will keep on updating your trend line. And now you see this, the first, you see this is the first higher high. So you got your pullback entry now, because after the breakout, there was a pullback, again a new breakout, and the target for this is 240, because as per the double bottom pattern, the target is 240. So now if you see how this trade happened, I mean went on, it went on to hit our target also. At this point, the target was almost hit. So is this strategy clear, or any questions on this? Any questions on what is the major support, major resistance?
So one small question. So the area where you marked the demand zone, right?
Right.
So you have like different colors of candles forming. So are you using some indicator there, or
See, I have,
the different?
if you have watched the previous sessions, I have already discussed that for demand zone, the criteria is the base candle should be have less than 50% body. So there is an indicator available, less than 50% body candle. And what it does, that it highlights the candle that are base candles basically.
Okay. Got it.
But we are not actually taking trades on all the candles. So first our criteria is that that there should be a major resistance first, and once a major resistance is cleared, it means that you need some powerful buying to clear this resistance. But when see, and back to back, you see there is a back to back 1 2 3 4 5 candles. So this is very strong demand zone. And now whenever you see strong buying, there is always a probability that whenever price will again come to this area, you will see price again going back, because there are some pending orders at this zone. We are not taking trades on all the demand zone, but the zones that are very powerful, that have cleared a multiple major resistance, and when price comes back to that zone, we will take our entry. Target is same for breakout. The double bottom target was 240. The same target will be applicable for this pullback also. But what is advantage of this trade? The risk also is reduced, because for breakout also you have to the right stop loss is this low. Many people will say breakout candle is the actually stop loss, but most of the times there is a retracement and breakout candle is also gone. Like in this case, if you are trading the breakout candle is gone, right? So your stop loss gets triggered here. But if you are a pullback trader, or you and when to wait not to wait for a pullback. Suppose this is a lifetime high, so there is a good chance now, if you there is nothing on the left side, there is no supply, then in those cases you don't necessarily have to wait for deep pullbacks. You can get shallow pullbacks, but deep pullbacks you will not get when the stock is at lifetime high. When the stock is at lifetime high, there is nothing on the left side, so there is no resistance or supply zone. So once there is no supply zone, price will mostly retrace a little to the nearest demand zone in those cases. So you don't have to wait for this much retracement if there is nothing on the left side. So is this clear? And we can go to the next example, or there are any other questions?
Got it. Thanks.
Okay, so let me clear this. Now let us take example of delta got. So whatever we have learned, let us apply it again. So this point is a major, this is a major resistance, right? This is 1, this is 2. Third time it broke. Now what is the strategy? I mean, draw the demand zone, right? And see, when we apply this, let me see how, see on the weekly it may look less. Let us go to the daily. So now are you, I mean, visualizing it? What is the benefit of this strategy? That whenever you get this from 160 level, it is now at 230, and this is in quick time, because this happened on, I mean, went in this zone on in 20 June, and in almost 2 months, see the returns. Let us apply same on a different stock, Dunning. So let us, I mean, this is a mostly a quarterly chart. Okay, so let us apply this now here. You can see this. Let me go to. So it was continuously facing resistance from this zone, 3, 4, and when it got cleared, you see this is a major resistance, and now once it is cleared, we should wait for a pullback to this entry. And once you got the entry, you see, let me go to the higher. So see this entry, just a touch to 29 levels, and see the reward almost tripled from this within I mean, within 2 months, it almost tripled from this level. So so what is the difference between breakout and pullback? Is that breakout traders will enter on this, but for this the risk is this much. But for pullback traders, the risk actually is very small. And if you apply some, I mean, like the techniques I showed, like if you draw a trend line breakouts, you can trade this trend line breakouts. The stop loss, now even if you are a breakout trader, you can apply and now do the breakout trading on this. The stop loss is significantly low, I mean, reduced, because this is a higher chart demand zone. So you're expecting a big flow from this zone. So is this clear? So now I think the concept is I mean, understood this concept, or there are some doubts how to take entry?
So I was just trying to understand the difference between a pullback and breakout, right? So when it breaks the resistance, right? So it may happen that it will come to its demand zone again, right? As you're saying initially.
See, I told that, suppose now now since these are very illiquid stocks, that so you may not get the pullback when the breakout happens. Then is not that liquid. Okay, so if this is not a liquid stock, mostly pullback will not come immediately. Now see the pull and the demand zone was created in September 16. I mean 4,
Right.
5, 6 years back, and entry came in 2022. So why, so in case, I mean, this is not a heavily traded stock, so this will not show pullbacks easily. So pullbacks, for pullbacks, now suppose in ITC, why ITC gave the it gave the entry soon, because it was in downtrend and there was a lot of supply, and this is a heavily traded stock because this is an index stock. So in these stocks, when there is a lot of supply here, uh, every time it goes up, there is a supply, it comes down. So once this supply is hit, you should wait for because the best entry is near the demand zone in these stocks. So once entry comes in this, you can take with less risk.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so any stock from the participants, so that they know how to apply this, because let me take one randomly, any stock from the participants.
Sir, please discuss TCS.
Also, you have to actually observe that whether breakout, it is does the breakout supports in this stock, because many times some stocks like Bajaj Finance, for instance, if they gave a breakout, they don't actually pull back, they go in one way. So if this is a stock where one way is there, then you will not get entry in pullbacks unless and until it after a long time you will get entry in Bajaj stocks like Bajaj Finance. And let us see how TCS, so which time frame you want. Let us first look on weekly itself. Now now let us see the reverse case. Okay, we took off how to enter demand zone. Now let us see how to enter in supply zone. So this is a major support, 1, 2, 3, and fourth broken, right? So now what is our mark the supply. So if we mark the supply, see, entry came just after this. See, once it was broken, this is a major support. Everyone agrees with this?
Right, sir.
So once this is broken, higher time frame supply is near this, and just a touch, and it goes bought. Now one more point which I actually forgot to share in let me again go to ITC. Now what is the more, because I think from if you're watching all the my webinars, from first day I am teaching a concept known as divergence. Now whenever you see divergences on the chart, then we are more sure that there will be a pullback. So now if see this, at this moment it is making a new top, right? And but the momentum wise, see, now it is again reversing, but the momentum is not there. There is a clear divergence between these two peaks and these two peaks. So in these cases also we are expecting pullbacks. Now suppose if it again makes a new top, it means there will be more divergence. So again we are expecting greater chance that there is a pullback in this. Now let us see how it went. Now it again actually broke the top, right? But see, divergence again is there. So see, divergence keeps on increasing, and we are of more greater probability that there is a pullback now. So is this concept clear? If there is a divergence, then 100% there will be a chance of pullback. And for those, if there is a major resistance cleared, then we should wait for entry on demand zone. Is this last concept clear?
Yeah.
Okay, now another, is this clear? Entry on TCS also clear?
No, the TCS entry point is not very clear.
It's not clear.
No, TCS entry point, I can see
Hello, Sunny. I'm audible.
Yeah.
As you said, divergence. If you talk about the ITC, can you open the slide chart of ITC? Okay. If you, as you said earlier, कि अभी जो higher highs बना, higher क्या अपने resistance से दोबारा नीचे आ रहा है ये।
Yes. Okay.
उसके बाद डाइवर्जेंस कैसे, मतलब थोड़ा सा मुझे बताओ। एज यू सेड कि डाइवर्जेंस जो आ रहा है ये दोबारा अपना पुल बैक सपोर्ट पे आके दोबारा इट्स गोइंग अप, कंसोलिडेट मतलब कंसोलिडेट हो रहा है।
Are you I mean joining for the first time? Because that
नहीं
is
नहीं,
a
I've seen your video, नहीं नहीं,
because
I've seen your videos earlier.
so you understand how what is divergence?
That's the reason I asked.
Because actually, if you see in all my webinars, I have I mean taken this divergence. So let me again explain this. Now see, from this point to this point, price is crossing this top, right?
ठीक है.
Now on the indicator, you see price is not crossing the top. It is in fact below this point. Now again price, see from this point to this point, price is again crossing the top.
Okay.
Now see divergence keeps on going. Now it's again below this. Now this is an advanced concept, but let me I mean share this with you. Whenever you get, this is actually, if you know wave trading, Elliott wave, this is this is actually a leading diagonal which happens in the first wave. So what is this? Let me draw this for you, but this is an advanced. I have already actually taken Elliott series. So now this is 1 2 3 4 5, and this is the first wave. After this first wave, you will get a pullback, and then this you will get a bigger movement in this direction.
Yes.
So this is a leading diagonal actually. Now many times they see there are so many misconceptions there out there. Many times people see this wedge patterns as bearish only, right? But if this is a leading diagonal, this is bullish. Only Elliott, those who know Elliott understand this, that if this is a leading diagonal, so this is a bullish, and this means that follow-up, there will be follow-up moves. So let us not go to this point because I think I have already covered this in a separate series. So now is the divergence point clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now coming to TCS, now entry is not clear, right?
Entry point is not clear.
Okay. Entry point is not clear. So okay. So this is now this is the support. Okay, major support. This is clear.
That is clear and that is broken.
Okay. Now you see this, from this moment you see a fall, right? Now you have to draw a supply zone from this. This is also clear.
Yes, sir.
Now let us come to the daily chart. So is this a supply zone? Agree or not?
Yes.
So now is the entry clear? So why is this demand, I mean supply zone, more powerful? Let me also explain. Because you see from this zone there is a big gap down, and whenever you see a big gap down from the zones, that means that is a very strong zone. So now entry is clear.
Yes.
So this example clear, TCS example clear.
Yes.
So any other, quickly let us take any other example from the participant.
Take Mahindra, the recent fall down.
See, this stock never gave any pullback. The reason is, see, simple. See, there is no demand zone in this area. These all are bullish candles. Okay. So where is the demand zone? This is a demand zone. See, now if price has to make a pullback or any sort of, so you have to find a demand zone. This area is only bullish candle, so there will be no demand zone from, though no pullbacks in this case. And if you want to take entry, you have to actually go to a very small time frames in this. Let me check on daily, because on weekly you never got any entry. There is one entry actually here, but I am looking for demand zone. Where is it? So let us go to, let us keep on searching for that. So here is it. Let me, if we can get a powerful zone. In this case, actually, there is, I am not seeing any entry and momentum is very strong. The reason is same, because now let us go to the TCS example again. Let us see if there was any zone there. So see, this is actually, now see, now we don't have to, I mean, force our entries. Now in case of Tech Mahindra, if you are not getting the entry as per our rule, so you don't have to force the entry. I am 100% sure. Let me go to the hourly. Now you have to always check on all the time frames. Now let us apply our concepts on every time frame. Now see this. This is on hourly, okay, at the right at the top. So you see this is a multiple, this got broken, and here is a supply. Let us clear this first, so that so is this entry clear now?
Yes.
Now it depends on the momentum. It all, you have to actually continuously, but see the same strategy. Multiple, I mean, major support, it got broken, entry on the supply. Sometimes you will get pullbacks on the weekly also. Sometimes you have to check hourly, sometimes you have to check 15 minutes, but strategy is same.
Yes.
We have 4 minutes left. Any other chart? Wipro. Now see, this is an interesting case. Let me see if there is. Now see if this is actually, now see this was a demand zone. Now if demand zone gets broken, see demand zone getting broken, this converts into supply. This is known as change of polarity. You have all, I mean, support into resistance, you have must heard that, but this is demand getting into supply. So see, this is an entry, right? There is an entry also, because now once a demand zone gets broken, it means it's I mean, there is no pending order, and the supply is, this becomes a supply zone now. Whenever price comes to this zone, so yeah, you can take the trade here also. And our trade is not just on reaching the supply zone. Our trade will be some, let me some higher high, lower low pattern or something like that. So basically from this demand zone, you will again get some pattern, like in this case, it is head and shoulders, or some sort of trend line breakout you can trade. Is this clear?
Yes.
So I think it's better to, now you guys should, I mean, whatever you have, this is a very effective strategy. And I think this is actually, I have self-made, and I mean, back tested enough this strategy. So if you, I mean, you can apply the same strategy on different stocks, different time frames, and see how, you can just observe how this I mean, works. You don't need to take the trades, just observe and do some testing on this, and you can share the results also. So
Yes, I think this needs more practice.
yeah, this needs practice, and the concept is same, that support or resistance should be broken and wait for the supply.
Yes.
So let us stop here. Okay, thank you for, I mean, joining. Let us connect next time. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thanks, Sunny.
Yeah.